Hello, I'm Simulated Eck, and welcome to another episode of Simulated Eck Fernbus Coach Simulator. We are in Heidelberg, Germany, and we're eventually heading up to Frankfurt Airport. So let's go and check our customers in, and let's get started. Okay, so we can clear that. Okay. So a lot of bikes dressed the same today. Hello, sir.
Das Ticket. Bitteschön.
Welcome aboard, sir. Thank you.
Auf geht's. Ciao.
Hello,
das Ticket.
sir.
Bitteschön.
Elijah. Thank you,
Cool.
sir. Hello,
Guten
sir.
Tag. Fahren Sie in meine Richtung?
Gregor. Good morning, sir.
Sehr
Welcome
freundlich.
aboard. Hello, sir.
Guten Tag. Ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig.
Mr. Berg. Welcome aboard.
Ciao.
Hi, fahren
Hello,
Sie in meine
sir.
Richtung?
Mr. Kirsch. Welcome
Auf
aboard.
geht's.
Hello, sir.
Ist das gültig?
Mick Hellyweg. Mr. Hellyweg. Sorry, sir. It's wrong
Da habe
bus.
ich mich wohl vertan.
Hello, sir.
Hallo, ist das
Ah.
gültig?
We see your name is Mr. Bartel. Welcome aboard.
Danke sehr.
Hello, young lady. Where would you like to go?
Ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig. Auf
Henning,
geht's.
welcome aboard.
Guten Tag.
Hello,
Fahren
sir.
Sie in meine Richtung?
Mr. Noel,
Ciao.
welcome aboard.
Guten
Hello,
Tag.
sir.
Fahren Sie in meine Richtung?
Mr. Carr, welcome aboard. Hello, sir.
Fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Sehr freundlich.
And welcome aboard. So we've only got this guy needs a ticket. Hello, sir.
Grüezi. Könnte ich bitte ein Ticket bei Ihnen kaufen?
Sure, you can buy a ticket for me. No problem at all. To Darmstadt and yeah, let me
Grüezi.
try
Könnte ich
that
bitte ein
again.
Ticket bei Ihnen kaufen?
And
Vielen Dank.
there you go. Okay, let's get on board the bus.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb
We've still got
der
3
gesamten
minutes
Fahrt
before
an.
departure.
In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
It's almost time to go out of Heidelberg. One thing that we're going to do a little bit differently today on this episode is that we're going to make an intermediate stop. And so that should mean, as it's now 10:02, we can depart. We'll have to make an intermediate stop. Yeah, I took that way wider than I needed to. We've got an intermediate stop at Darmstadt in 91 k's and then Frankfurt Airport. So what'll have to happen, some people will leave the bus there and then others will presumably get on to head to Frankfurt Airport. Now you saw there during the Flixbus announcement, as I mentioned on a previous episode, that is actually a one of the people who works for the gaming company who makes that announcement. You saw there mostly some images from Bus Simulator 16. The new version of Bus Simulator 18, is coming out very, very shortly, so it's almost middle of 2018 by the time that comes out. I was playing Bus Simulator a little bit earlier before making this episode, and yeah, there's a big difference between this game, that game, and what Bus Simulator 18 looks like. That is for sure. One thing that I noticed that was interesting was that in this game, in the episode that'll come up, I actually purchased a double-decker bus and I could use that in the game. Straight away, and it didn't cost.
Alter, wo hast du denn deinen Führerschein gemacht?
He cut me off. Oh, that wasn't good. Maybe I didn't see him in my mirror because I didn't look. So is this guy going to move or what? This is going to be very interesting when the light turns green, if this guy's going to actually move or not, because I'm pretty sure I sideswiped him.
Darum soll man sich also anschnallen.
Well, he's got to move sooner or later. That was not a good start. But it was just strange how he didn't try and drive out of my way once he was stuck there. Yeah, so Bus Simulator 2018 is coming out. That'll be very interesting to see and compare due to Bus Simulator 16. The actual simulation of Bus Simulator 16 is good, although the environment's very, very cartoony, even compared to this. The interesting thing that as I was saying before I sideswiped that guy, is that on this game, I purchased a DLC downloadable content, and I was able to access that content straight away. And that's a double-decker bus that will be featuring probably in the next episode. So that was cool. I was able to access and download that straight away. But in Bus Simulator 16, which I'm up to about level 13, I think I'm about halfway through level 12, some of the DLC was available in the shop to purchase, so I downloaded it from the DLC store on Steam, and then because it's very financial, because not only are you driving your bus, you're also allocating other drivers to other buses and that sort of thing. So it's partly driving and partly management and financial and that sort of thing. Not only did I have to pay Steam to download the DLC in real money terms, I also had to pay again to access my new buses in a deal. Yeah, I had to pay in game as well. I had to pay again, you know, imaginary Bus Simulator 16 money. Yes, that's right, but I basically had to make more in-game purchases of simulated money in order to get the DLC that I'd already paid for. Whereas with this game, because this game's not so much financial, it's more about experience and XP and gaining miles and that sort of stuff. I was able to download and use the DLC straight away. One thing that I've noticed, and things have got a lot better, I've got a new controller, and the new controller's working well. Although I do notice it spends at least half the trip vibrating, so my hands, at the end of, you know, half an hour of almost constant vibration, like for some reason now, the controller's vibrating just going up a hill, and then it will get to some random spot, and then it won't vibrate again. I'm pretty sure there's settings that I can change to avoid it, but it's just interesting that I'll be just driving along and just assume for the moment that the controller's vibrating unless I mention it as we're driving along here. All of a sudden just be some random, and it doesn't even look any different in the road, where all of a sudden the road won't be vibrating. And I do know, especially on a road that's not particularly necessarily straight, like this one isn't I seem to need a lot of effort to stay in the lane and stay straight. Now I'm going to go around this guy, especially as there's a hill coming up. Oh, it works out well. I'm going to turn right up here anyway. Don't hit the police car. That wouldn't have been very good. There is another German game that you'll be able to find at simulatedgaming.com, which I'm basically calling German Highway Patrol, where in similar sort of environments you can play as a German police officer, which is quite interesting as well, and another game which is working better with my newer controller. So I've got 29 minutes to go before my intermediate stop. Due to arrive at 11:12, it's now 10:48. I should have actually noticed it, and I'll note this at the next intersection where I'm stopped at traffic lights, if the controller vibrates the whole time while I'm just sitting there. I'm not supposed to sure if it's supposed to resemble engine rumble or anything like that. Now, I'm not sure about German road rules in terms of bus priority, in terms of if a bus or a coach pulls out of a bus stop, for instance, or if I want to change lanes, that's a 50 zone now. Slow up, Peter Brock. Surprised one of the passengers didn't tell me off about that. They did in the last episode. Now, changing lanes I probably can't insist on right away, but if I'm coming out of a bus stop, I wonder if I can. So 10:59, we're 9 kilometres away and we're 12 minutes away from our timetabled arrival. Sometimes weird. Okay, now we're at an intersection. I've stopped. Whoops. Stop. Need to be able to see the light, and I can't. Oh, there's a reversing camera. That's pretty sweet. Instead of where the navigation is, I don't know if you notice that if I put in reverse I can actually see behind me. So if I briefly... Oh, that's sweet. Look at that in the bottom right hand corner. I can actually see the road behind me out of the rear view camera. That's pretty sweet. 6 k's to go and I'm 7 minutes away from my due arrival time. And I put in the forward and it goes away. That's pretty sweet. Oh, lucky there's no car there this time. They don't give you a lot of room to turn, even though I probably could have gone to the next lane and That's our bus stop there, but because it's on that side of the road we have to loop around. We might actually make an on-time arrival here. Ah! I was going really well until that car. Now that car. Hang on, we'll go back a little bit. Oh, come on. Are you gonna go or what? Oh, and I didn't hit him. Wow. I'm very surprised that happened. I'm basically on time. All these passengers have to go and check in. Hello, new passengers.
Tag, fahren Sie in meine Richtung?
Let me see. Mr. Ismail, welcome aboard, sir.
Sehr freundlich.
Hello,
Salut,
young lady.
Ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig.
Let me see. Thank you much, Lee.
Moin.
Hello,
Sie wollen
young
bestimmt
lady.
mein Ticket sehen.
Where are you going? Miss Paps, there you go. Hello, sir. Hang on, we'll go this guy.
Moin.
Hello.
Fahren Sie in meine Richtung?
And
Sehr
welcome aboard,
freundlich.
sir. Hello. Hello, gentlemen.
Mein Ticket.
Mr. Fishner, welcome
Danke sehr.
aboard. Your twin,
Grüezi, hier ist mein Ticket.
Mr. Brinkman, welcome aboard,
Danke.
sir. Hello, sir. Hang on. Hello,
Grüezi,
sir.
ist das gültig?
Mr. Maxim Henning. Great name for a hockey player. Hello.
Vielen Dank.
Hello, young
Sie wollen
lady.
bestimmt mein Ticket sehen.
Miss Borges, welcome aboard. Thank you. Hello, sir. I will come back to you. Hello, young lady. Hang on. Need to adjust my camera. Let's try again. Hello, sir. You don't want to talk to me. Now let's still got some people with icons above their heads. Hello, sir. You don't want to talk to me.
Ciao. Ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig.
I have no idea what you said, but it sounded hot. And you're on my list. Thank you. Hello, sir. Hang on, one guy down here. Hello, sir.
Hello, mein Ticket.
You should be Mr. Weber. You are.
Vielen Dank.
And everybody else with icons above their head, so they're just standing around. They could have been passengers that were on the bus. Okay, let's get on the bus.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
So we're 28 kilometers away now from Frankfurt. One of the reasons that I chose Frankfurt Airport is that it unlocks an achievement. Just random grass growing in the middle of the road there. so much of Germany that's been modelled here, and also I think it's Switzerland and Austria in the
Bleifuß!
oops. Also in the DLCs, I think it's Austria and Switzerland. There's so much that's been modelled. I don't know how much has been modelled, but I can start to see Frankfurt Airport on my screen, so that's a good sign. I think I have to loop around next exit. Don't know how they expect me to do 70 in this bus. Oh, double decker would have taken out the bottom of that tree. How they expect me to do 70, like I'm struggling to do 50. We're going to be heaps early, which is good. I haven't been early for a while on this thing. Oops.
Wir sind schon da?
And we can say that we're here. And here we are. We transported 21 passengers. We sold the ticket we were required to. We completed all of our stops. We didn't hit the central reservation. We drove 138 k's. We had our scheduled arrival 2 out of 3 times. Scheduled departure once out of 2. We didn't miss any passengers, and we ended up on time at the end. We played the announcement twice. Oh, okay, that's a good thing to know. We had to play it twice. Once at the first stop and once at the second stop. That's good to know. Traffic rules, not looking forward to this. 1 property damage, 3 accidents. Driven on road 99.2% of the time. Where was I for the other 0.8%? And I maintained speeding limit 96% of the time, and I broke the safety distance. In other words, I tailgated twice. So, we are now at Frankfurt Airport. As you can see, if we zoom out, and that circle area, that's only the first part of Germany that we've got access to, but we've still got access to quite a few cities on here, that is for sure. Anywho, I'm Simulator Dirk. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. I didn't necessarily enjoy a couple of those accidents, but I will see you next time. Don't forget, seatbelts are compulsory on Fernbus, and I'll see you next time.